Hey, it's me, I'm back. Oh boy. Okay. So, I guess I get to tell another wonderful story about my life. Yay! And continue to not properly animate it, because I don't have time to! If you want to see me actually animate things, my Patreon's linked down below, thanks. Anyways, so, yeah, let's talk about, one of my probably craziest exes that I've ever had. Honestly, like, she was so bad that my brain physically forgot about her until recently, and I was like, oh my god, that's right, she existed. Oh god. Oh, here's the worst part about all that though. We never technically broke up. I just lost contact with her. So I guess technically we're still dating. Happy, whatever year anniversary. So yeah, I had, this really borderline insane girlfriend. I'm pretty sure she wasn't actually, like, in love with me. I think she just really liked the idea of somebody liking her back. Which, by the way, if you're like that, it's not great. It's not a good idea. And you're probably gonna end up, like, more miserable in the end, sad to say. Yeah, don't do that. So this lovely story begins on, I believe, New Year's. I think I was... I want to say 11 or 12. I'm not entirely sure, I'll be honest. I think I was, like, around that age or so, and almost every year, me and a group of friends would go out on New Year's, and we just hang out and do some stuff. It was basically, her mom was like, I'll babysit your child for a while, and my mom was like, oh, heck yeah, thank you, I'm gonna go get drunk. So yeah, that was my plan basically every year for, like, I don't know, a few years. It was pretty great. We went to I think like a YMCA kind of place, I think. They had like this play area that was, I believe it was made for like 7-year-olds, but the like slightly older children still climbed in it because we don't care about that and we don't follow rules because we're cool. Had a basketball area and like some, I think, water and juice, you know, in case your child gets thirsty. It was me and my friends, and we were crawling inside that big play place, like whatever you call it. I don't really know. I'm pretty sure like most places nowadays ban those because they're like considered unsafe or whatever, which is dumb. I know that they're very unsanitary because kids pee and poop in them constantly and throw up. I have heard so many horror stories from McDonald's employees about just all of the poop and the pee and the vomit inside of these freaking slides, and it's so hard to clean. You just basically put a whole bunch of pads on you and you slide down and hope you get it. And then you cry. Anyways, back to the story. So there was a girl there, she was like, hey guys, can I hang out with you? And I think she was 16. 16 or so. I know for a fact I was going into middle school or like had just started it. So I was probably around 11 or 12. And she was in high school and she was like, can I hang out with you guys? And we were like, yeah, sure, no problem. Let's all hang out, woo! And so we all hung out, and at the end of the night we all gave each other phone numbers because that's what you did back in the day. Like, I'm sure kids still do that. You know, you guys didn't like give each other Skypes or Discord, Twitter handles. You know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oof. My age is showing. Anyways, so we gave each other, our numbers and texted each other every now and again. And this girl kept texting me, which was like, all right, cool, yeah, friendship. I need to preference something through this story. So I am a dude. I am what what people would call a transgender man. Even if my voice sounds, confusing and androgynous. And at the time, I grew up in, like, the Midwest, and I didn't really know much about sexuality or gender, and it wasn't, like, a big thing on the internet, because we didn't really have much internet, or, like, good internet back in my day. So it wasn't, like, a big thing, and at the time I was like, yes, am girl, am lesbian, yes, love girls, which is very different than how I am now. Oh no. Funny how people change as they get older. Anyways, so at the time I was like, yes, like girls, am also girl. Oh, baby Pax. Ooh, you got a rude awakening coming onto you. So it's kind of difficult because, growing up in the Midwest, you don't really know who's gonna be like, what? And eventually I think she and I were talking, and she wanted to go out with me, and it just kind of happened. I don't honestly remember all of it. It just was like, bam, we're dating, and I was like, okay. I was never one of those people that was like, oh, I'm dating somebody much older than me, wow, that's really cool. It always felt weird to me, and I knew it was weird and, like, really kind of wrong. Because if you're 16 and you're dating somebody who is, like, 11 or 12, in, like, 2 years, you're gonna be a legal adult, and this is gonna be super, ultra, mega illegal. So I don't know exactly what her, like, plan was for that, but yeah, don't date somebody who's, like, way older than you, please. Take my advice. If you're like, 11, 12, 13, and like a 16 or 17-year-old is flirting with you, just be like, nah, it's not what it's all cracked up to be. It's not cool. Anyways, back to the story. So we were dating, I guess. When you're that young, dating is like so confusing, and it's basically just a word. Like, not many kids that age actually go on many dates, or at least I didn't, because I grew up very poor, and we lived pretty far apart, and all this other stuff. But she did a lot of really crazy things. So, let me list numero uno. So, number one, I just remembered something. I was almost 13 at the time, because that's around the time. Ooh, I'll get to that. Okay. Oh, sorry. I hit my mic. Let's see if I can edit that out. Okay, so, I should really write scripts. I was around that age, blah, 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 blah. And she went to high school. I was in middle school, and she would text me and call me every single morning she was on the bus. Now, in most places, usually there's like an hour difference between the middle schoolers and the high schoolers waking up, and I did not want to get up that freaking early to talk to somebody because I was a child, and no. So she would call me and be like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, what? Why are you calling me? What's wrong? She's like, I just want to call you and say good morning. And I was like, I want to freaking sleep. Dude. No, we did not agree to this. Like, it would be cute if you and your significant other had agreed and been like, oh my god, let's call each other every morning. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool, let's do that. That's great. Don't do it when the person has not agreed and you're just gonna call them randomly in the morning. Because my brain immediately goes to, is she in danger? Did she die? No. So, it wasn't that crazy, but like she would call me every morning, and then I believe her parents would like snoop through her phone and like saw our text and was like, yeah, no phone for you, which sucked, but it's like, okay, whatever. And this girl was like head over heels, but mostly insane. And so she, like, would use her friend's phone to text me and call me and, like, whatever, which is weird because I don't I don't want to talk to you through somebody else's phone. But I guess she had no choice. So she would basically use one of her friend's phones every day, and like it would be a different friend. And they would just agree to it and be like, yeah, sure. So that's what happened after that, like every day. And then one day she was like, what's your address? I want to send you something. Like, okay, yeah, sure, cool, send me something. This person, this girl, this woman sent me a ring in the mail. And I was like, what? And there was like an envelope with like a whole bunch of things, and not things, like it was a letter. It was basically like, I love you so much, you're amazing, you're my perfect person, let's get married. I was like, okay. Ooh, no, I am a child. This is not what I want. I also feel like it's kind of important to the story is I have, you're gonna laugh, but I have a phobia against all jewelry. All of it. I have no idea why. It is completely irrational. It's not that it scares me, it makes me want to throw up. Don't know why. Completely irrational. Every time I see it, I'm just like, I'm going to vomit. So, I get that in the mail, and I don't want to touch it, because for those reasons, like, I don't know, I don't get it either. If you're sitting there like, it's just true, like, I know, man, I get it, it's just, I look at it and I physically want to throw up. I'm trying to get over it, it's not working. I'm trying. So, I get that, and I'm like, that's really weird. That is really, really weird. Don't do that to your significant other. That's weird. So, I don't hear from her for like a good few months, and I'm like, alright, well, I guess this is over with because I'm a kid. Now, here's where the story gets really fun. Around the time I was 13 or 14, I believe I was arrested for shoplifting, which is a story for a whole other day on that, but I was arrested. Yay. Don't shoplift, don't shoplift, kids. It's bad and illegal. So I got arrested for that, and I was grounded, obviously, for like, I think like a year, or like 9 months, like almost a year or a year. I don't entirely remember. Everything was just like gray, essentially. Like, that's the best I can explain it. It was just a very gray year. So, I was arrested, and she messaged me eventually out of nowhere and was like, I want to come to your house. I want to hang out. And I'm like, you can't. I am super mega grounded for shoplifting. And she's like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm like, what? And I literally kept trying to tell her, like, no, dude, don't come over. You can't come over. No, she already had my address, was the worst part, which I should never have given her, but she already had it. So I was like, nah, dude, like, don't come over. Like, don't do it. And then I think it was like a few days later, she just shows up at my house and is like, hey, what's up? And just comes on it. And my mom's like, what? Excuse me, what? And, she is so mad at me. She's like, Pax, hello, you're grounded. You can't have anybody over. I'm like, I didn't invite her. I told her not to come over. I can show you the text, Mom. I can prove to you I told her not to come over. So my mom's like, alright, well, she's here. She's only allowed to be here for like 20 minutes. That's it. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. So I take her up to my disgusting, dirty room because I didn't think she was coming over. I didn't clean anything. My room was just a cesspool. Disgusting. Just a horrible mess. Hated it. You had to essentially crawl to get into the room. And she comes over and just like starts making out with me, and I'm like, what? I did not ask for this. I did not sign up for this. What are you doing? Stop. And she's like, do you have the ring? Did you keep it? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So I go and grab it, and I kept it somewhere that I cannot physically see it, and I grab it, and I'm like, ooh, I hate touching it. I hate it. Ooh, it's so gross to me. It feels like I'm like holding like a million spiders, is the best way I can explain it. It's like a million spiders or like slugs that have salt on them that are melting in my hands, which is really disgusting and graphic, but that's basically what it feels like to me. If you can put yourself in my mindset. I'm like, oh god, well, oh boy. Oh, man, this story's going on for a very long time. So I walk in and I'm like, yeah, here I have it. And I'm like gripping it in my hands, kind of shaking, and I'm like, yep, here it is. And I'm just so scared she's gonna be like, yeah, put it on, and she doesn't. So I like sit it on the table and we hang out for a little bit, and then she leaves because my mom's like, okay, get out, leave. And I'm like, oh, thank God. She leaves and she starts texting me again, and she's like, I love you, oh my god, I love you so much. And I'm like, yeah, sure, right. I haven't heard from you in months, so I'm sorry, I was not that attached to you and I forgot about you. I am so sorry. And I haven't heard from her since. Like, she just disappeared off the face of the planet. My brain has literally forced itself to forget about her so bad, I don't even remember her name. Like, there was a point in time I remember specifically wanting to look her up, and like, yeah, I don't even remember her name. That's how bad my brain wants to forget about her. And I'm sure I'm missing some parts just because my brain does not want to remember her. She was basically a stalker and insane. And I fear that if I had eventually been like, I don't want to date you anymore, she might have like threatened to kill herself. I don't know. She was not in a good mental state, and I really hope she's getting help now, or is like doing better and away from her family, because I have no idea about that whole situation. Oh boy, yeah, this video has gone on pretty long. I'm sorry about that. I attempted to cover it as much as fast as I could, but yeah. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you wanna. I'm not gonna hold a gun to your head to tell you to do it, just, you know, if you feel like it, that'd be really cool. I'm really hoping to, like, do more on YouTube and, like, you know, not be a stinky pile of poo and do nothing. So, yeah, thanks for listening to my rambles, and, drink some water. Bye!